This podcast is brought to you by Wizard.ai.
Welcome, everyone, to the AI Analysis Podcast. The creators of South Park have done it again, but this time they seem to really be asking for it.
They really do. It's quite something.
We're going to unpack the whirlwind of controversy surrounding the South Park Season 27 premiere, a premiere that directly challenges both a major media corporation and a significant political figure.
Yeah, it's a fascinating look, isn't it? How a cartoon, a simple cartoon can just ignite this kind of real-world drama.
Absolutely. And pushing the limits of satire, I mean, where even are the limits anymore?
That's the million-dollar question, I suppose.
Yeah.
But it's not just the shock value here, right?
No, you're right.
What's really remarkable, I think, is the strategy behind it all. The brilliance, almost.
How so?
Well, we're talking about a move that basically transforms a cartoon episode into this, high-stakes chess match.
Involving corporate mergers, political power.
Exactly. It's a maneuver so calculated, so deliberate, it almost defies belief. Hashtag tag the episode that launched 1,000 hot takes.
Okay, let's jump right into it then. The episode that kicked this all off, it's called Sermon on the Mount.
Right.
And almost immediately after it aired, boom, widespread shock.
Yeah, and not just shock, but a very direct, very public backlash from the White House.
Which is significant in itself. This wasn't just, online chatter.
No, this was official condemnation, a tidal wave, like you said, of hot takes.
So the core of it, the controversy, it stems from the portrayal of the president.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the starting point. It's unsparing. It's incredibly explicit.
Shocking, even for South Park.
For many, yeah, I think so. For instance, they use actual photos of the president's head.
Right, superimposed onto an animated body. I remember they used to do that sometimes.
They did, yeah, but maybe not quite like this recently.
Yeah.
It brings back that, what was it called, that flappy head treatment.
Oh, okay. Like the old school stuff.
Exactly, which immediately signals, to longtime fans that they're going back to that more abrasive, no-holds-barred style.
Less of the serialized storytelling, maybe?
Sort of shedding that, for more raw, visceral satire. It felt like a statement.
And it gets even more direct than just the flappy head.
Right.
Like, more provocative.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, one of the scenes everyone's talking about depicts the animated president literally climbing into bed with Satan.
Literally. Not a metaphor.
No, not subtle at all. It's stark, unambiguous, pulls no punches.
And there's dialogue.
Yeah, the president is pleading, come on, Satan, I've been working hard all day, trying to initiate something.
But Satan rejects him.
Rejects him, which is, kind of the punchline. Even Satan has standards, apparently.
Wow.
And then it takes that even more outrageous turn.
The reveal.
Yeah, the revelation of his comically small genitals. That detail got picked up everywhere.
Okay. I mean, that's designed purely to humiliate.
Completely.
Yeah.
It's shock, sure, but it's also about diminishing, ridiculing the figure.
Mm-hmm.
Using body shaming as a weapon.
It's definitely meant to provoke a reaction.
A very specific, uncomfortable reaction.
Yeah. And just when you think, okay, that's got to be the peak, they bring in a deepfake.
Right. That's where it gets technologically unsettling.
From caricature to something that looks disturbingly real.
Exactly. This hyper-realistic deepfake video of the president.
Doing what?
Wandering through a desert and stripping naked.
Okay. That's bizarre.
It is. It plays on all those anxieties around deepfakes, right? How you can make these seemingly authentic but totally fake things.
And there's a slogan.
Oh, yeah. The voiceover culminates with this slogan that just hammers home the earlier humiliation.
Let me guess. Something about the size.
Yeah, got it. His penis is teeny tiny, but his love for us is large.
Wow. Wow.
So this deepfake PSA becomes this central element, satirizing not just him, but also how easily media can be manipulated now.
It's like they're asking, what can't you make people believe?
Pretty much, yeah.
Now, here's where it gets, really interesting for me. Because this isn't just random offense, is it?
No, not at all.
They're connecting this portrayal to their own history, creating this, internal parallel.
That's absolutely crucial. It's meta-commentary. They explicitly liken the president to Saddam Hussein.
From the movie. Bigger, longer, and uncut.
Exactly. From the 1999 movie where Saddam had that very prominent and very messed up relationship with Satan.
Right. I remember that.
So this isn't just a visual gag. It's a deliberate callback.
Yeah.
They're drawing a clear line between the two characters in the show's own lore.
So they're basically saying he's in the same category as Saddam Hussein in the South Park universe.
Pretty much. Placing him in Saddam's shoes is not just saying he's bad, it's putting him in their pantheon of, like, truly despotic, pathetic, comically evil figures.
And Satan himself comments on it.
He does, which really drives it home for fans. Satan says something like, "You remind me more and more of this other guy I used to date. Like, you guys are exactly alike."
Okay, so that seals the deal on the comparison.
It solidifies the intention. It rewards longtime viewers by playing on established lore to deliver this, like, fresh, cutting insult.
The implication being, he's not just bad, he's Saddam Hussein bad, according to the devil.
According to the devil himself, yeah.
So this is really South Park going back to its roots, isn't it? In style, in humor, and just raw provocation.
Definitely. It feels like a conscious choice, that crasser, more cartoony approach.
Using the real photos again, the flappy heads.
Yeah, stuff that had kind of disappeared for a while. This isn't the nuanced satire of recent seasons.
No, it sounds like pure caricature.
Total caricature. Portraying him as this, like, unhinged, tiny-dipped lunatic who threatens to sue literally everybody.
A scorched earth approach.
Absolutely. Very direct, over the top, even crude. It's like they're meeting the absurdity of the current moment with equal absurdity.
Yeah.
Tag, South Park's self-reflection and social commentary. But beyond just the, the shock and the political jabs, what makes this episode so interesting, I think, are the layers of meta-commentary.
Right. It's not just pointing fingers outwards.
It's looking inwards, too. Critiquing cultural trends, even examining its own place in satire. It's surprisingly self-aware.
And the Cartman subplot is key to that, isn't it? Because it's so unexpected for him.
Totally unexpected. You see Cartman, and he's genuinely distressed, which is weird for Cartman.
What is he distressed about?
He's lamenting the quote-unquote death of woke culture since the last election.
Cartman.
Yeah.
Lamenting the death of woke. That sounds wrong.
Exactly. It's a total subversion of his character.
Yeah.
He's usually poster child for being politically incorrect, right?
So why would he be upset about that?
Well, it's not because he suddenly believes in social justice. That's where the satire clicks in.
Ah, okay. So what is his motivation?
It's entirely self-serving. As always, he doesn't care about the ideals. Cartman wants to be a contrarian bigot because it makes him feel special and different.
He likes the outrage he causes.
He revels in it. Like, he enjoyed hearing liberals whine when NPR's funding got cut. It's not about principle. It's about standing out, making people uncomfortable.
So it's a critique of that kind of performative contrarianism.
Exactly. Weaponizing identity or outrage just for kicks, basically.
And this whole Cartman thing, it feels like Matt and Trey reflecting on South Park itself. Like, where do we fit now?
I think that's a huge part of it. It reflects them questioning how their brand of satire works. When ideas that used to seem extreme are now, well, more mainstream.
When the stuff Cartman says isn't just caricature anymore, but you hear it in the real world.
Precisely. If the world is full of Cartmans, what's the point of the character Cartman? It's a genuine question about satire's relevance when reality gets this weird.
And there's that danger of misinterpretation too, right? People taking Cartman seriously.
Absolutely. People commenting South Park is so base for this, bro.
Yeah.
Completely missing that Cartman is usually the butt of the joke.
That his views are presented as absurd and wrong.
Right. So the show is grappling with its satire being misunderstood or even co-opted by the very people it's mocking, which is a real challenge today.
Then you've got PC Principal, another character defined by a specific stance, undergoing this massive shift.
Yeah, and that's maybe even more jarring. PC Principal, the embodiment of aggressive woke enforcement.
What happens to him?
He completely rebrands himself. He's now Power Christian Principal. Still PC Principal, conveniently.
Power Christian. So he's become
A full-on born-again Christian.
Yeah.
His whole aggressive frat bro attitude, now it's applied to preaching the word of the Lord.
Wow, okay. That's a whiplash.
It's genuinely shocking for a character who's been around so long with such a fixed identity.
Yeah.
Suddenly he's bringing Jesus into school.
So still aggressive, still zealous, just a totally different cause. What's the commentary there?
It's a sharp critique, I think, of people who just follow the culture no matter where it goes without any real ideals or beliefs.
Like chasing the trend, whatever it is.
Exactly. He was an aggressive warrior for woke. Now he's aggressively pushing Christian values, blurring church and state with the same force. It's an extreme example of a pendulum swing.
He just embodies ideological opportunism.
Perfectly. Adapting to the cultural winds without real conviction. Just performative intensity, different target.
And then, speaking of Jesus, he literally returns as a character.
Yeah. Which feels like another massive callback, right?
Sure.
Going back to the show's absolute roots.
He used to be a regular, had his own show, Jesus and Pals.
Exactly. And then he, died in Iraq in an older episode.
Yeah.
So his sudden literal reappearance is immediately funny and unsettling for the town.
It feels like Matt and Trey are hitting the reset button, bringing back foundational pieces.
It definitely signals that, re-engaging with those original satirical impulses.
But the town's reaction isn't exactly welcoming, even with the new power Christian principle, is it?
No, not really. Which is part of the joke. Randy's like, I don't think Jesus is allowed to be in schools.
Right.
It highlights the absurdity, the town struggling with these changes. But what's interesting is the townspeople are kind of united in being upset about the changes happening overall.
The stuff associated with the new president?
Yeah, even people who voted for him are like, wait a minute, all he does is arrest and sue people. There's this shared sense of second-guessing.
So the town is grappling with this new reality, much like, well, the real world.
Pretty much. It mirrors that frustration, regardless of past choices.
Okay, let's just pause here. We've got self-reflection, characters flipping ideologies, Jesus is back. It's all very meta, very South Park. But it feels like it's building towards something bigger than just jokes.
Oh, definitely. This is all setting the stage for the real masterstroke.
You're right, because beneath all this, there's what's been called this truly diabolical strategy unfolding.
Yeah, that's not an exaggeration.
This episode isn't just about making fun of the president. It's a calculated move aimed at him and at Paramount, their own parent company.
That's the unbelievable part. The core intent seems to be baiting our president into responding to a cartoon.
And even more than that.
Daring him.
Yeah.
Effectively daring him to sue Paramount.
Wow. So it's not just controversy for controversy's sake. It's provoking a specific legal public reaction.
Exactly. Setting a trap with a cartoon as bait.
And the context for this dare, the timing, it ties into this huge corporate drama, right? The Paramount merger.
Precisely. That's absolutely crucial context. Paramount's been trying to merge with Skydance for a while. Billions of dollars on the line.
They got
stifled and delayed during the previous election cycle. And not just because of regular corporate stuff. It seems deeply tied to political actions.
How was the president involved in delaying a corporate merger?
Well, Paramount owns CBS.
All right.
CBS aired a 60 Minutes interview with Kamala Harris that was apparently pretty heavily edited.
Okay.
So the president sued CBS, claiming election interference over this editing. Now, the lawsuit itself maybe wasn't that strong, but the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, which the president has significant influence over appointing people to, seemed to hold up the Skydance-Paramount merger while this lawsuit was active.
So political leverage, using the lawsuit and FCC oversight to pressure Paramount regarding the merger.
That's certainly how it looked. A clear connection between the suit, the political pressure, and the merger getting stuck.
So, facing that pressure, Paramount settled the lawsuit.
They did. For a staggering $16 million.
$16 million?
Yep. A move that, as multiple sources noted, looked very politically motivated. Almost like a bribe to get the FCC off their backs and let the merger proceed.
That's hugely eyebrow-raising.
Drew massive scrutiny, showed how much a corporation might concede under political pressure.
And this settlement had internal consequences too, didn't it? Involving Stephen Colbert.
It did. Colbert's show was on CBS under Paramount, and he publicly called out his parent company for the shady-looking settlement.
On his own show. That's incredibly bold.
Unprecedented, really. Criticizing your own network's bosses like that, implying corruption, he was clearly ticked off.
And the timing of what happened next was suspicious, to say the least.
Very suspicious. A couple days later, Paramount announced Colbert's show, The Late Show, would be canceled after its current contract.
Despite being the highest-rated late-night show.
Highest rated. Paramount claimed it was purely financial, but given the timing, Colbert's criticism, the settlement, the merger, many people, including Matt and Trey, weren't buying it.
Looked like retaliation for speaking out.
It certainly had that appearance.
So Matt and Trey, South Park's creators, were also caught up in this Paramount Skydance mess, which explains their frustration.
Absolutely. The merger delays were directly messing with South Park's production and, crucially, their own massive contract renegotiations.
So they were not happy.
Understatement. They went public saying, this merger is a shit show and it's feeking up South Park.
Wow, direct quote.
Direct quote. They even started legal action, potentially suing the incoming Skydance regime because they felt the merger was interfering with their deal.
That's serious corporate confrontation.
Almost unheard of from creators at that level.
Okay, so this is where the diabolical maneuver comes together, because just before this explosive episode aired, something happened with their contract.
The timing is just
Perfect.
almost too perfect. Earlier this week, literally the day before this episode aired, Matt and Trey signed a new contract.
And it was big.
Historically massive. A $1.5 billion 5-year streaming deal for Paramount, plus 5 more years of the show, 50 more episodes.
A $1.5 billion.
Billion. They secured this enormous, rock-solid deal, guaranteeing their future for like a decade, hours before dropping this bombshell episode.
That's insane confidence.
Yeah.
Or strategy.
Supreme confidence and strategy.
And their first move, literally same day, is to attack the president on levels Colbert couldn't even dream of.
It's an unbelievably aggressive opening shot, a declaration of independence right after signing the deal.
And they didn't just attack the president, they called out Paramount in the episode.
Directly. Jesus has dialogue saying, I didn't want to come back, but I had to, because it was part of a lawsuit and the agreement with Paramount.
Breaking the fourth wall to talk about the corporate drama.
Completely pulling back the curtain. It's stunning.
And he uses Colbert's cancellation as a warning.
Yep. He says, you guys saw what happened to CBS. Well, guess who owns CBS? Paramount. You really want to end up like Colbert. Just shut up or we're going to get canceled, you idiots.
That's a message. To the audience, maybe, but definitely to Paramount.
Oh, it's a clear shot across the bow to their corporate bosses. A warning from cartoon Jesus about real-world consequences.
And he explicitly mentions the president's power.
Leaves no doubt. Says something like, Trump can do whatever he wants now that someone backed down, meaning Paramount settling.
Wow.
And that he also has the power to sue and take bribes, and he can do anything. It's the fucking president, dude. South Park is over.
And this leads the town in the episode to cave.
Yeah, they agree to settle and make pro-Trump PSAs, showing the fictional result of caving to that pressure.
It sounds like Matt and Trey were just unwilling to compromise on anything in this episode, even fighting their own studio.
That's exactly what happened. They apparently spent days negotiating with Paramount producers just to show the president's genitals uncensored.
Days.
Over that.
4 fucking days, apparently, fighting not to have it blurred. It became this huge stand for creative freedom.
So what was the compromise? Ingenious, really. They put eyes on the penis to make it a character, avoiding the blur but keeping the visual.
That is very South Park. Shows incredible resolve.
Unyielding defiance, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let me get this straight. They sign a massive deal securing their future. Then immediately they drop this episode knowing it will provoke the White House.
Knowing and intending for it to provoke a reaction.
It really is a masterclass in strategic risk, almost like setting their own company up.
It is. They maneuvered Paramount into the crosshairs, fully expecting Trump to retaliate.
And retaliation from him with control over the FCC.
Could mean more trouble for that Paramount Skydance merger they just got back on track.
So they gave a giant middle finger to Trump and to Paramount and Skydance, potentially wrecking the merger again.
Threw a huge wrench in it, yeah. It's a gamble that raises the stakes incredibly high, not just for the show, but for that whole interplay of art, business, and politics.
Stop wasting your time on manually editing your videos. The secret AI tool will do the work for you. One of the best things about it is that it gives your video the potential to go viral. Visit this page, sign in, create a project by clicking on this button. Choose a video that you want to use. Click on the AI clip button. Wait for the magic. It is scanning through the video and looking for the parts that has the potential to go viral. Instead of editing the video by yourself, it does the work for you. It even generates headline and captions which fit your video. Another surprise is that they generate video description or social post for you to use. Once done, click Export to Post.
Okay, so after all that, the fallout, what does it mean for South Park's future? The White House action was immediate, right?
Swift and cutting, absolutely. Spokesperson Taylor Rogers put out a statement, basically calling it hypocrisy.
How so?
Saying, the left's hypocrisy truly has no end. For years they have come after South Park for offense content, but suddenly they are praising the show.
Trying to frame any praise as purely partisan?
Exactly.
Yeah.
A political counterattack, accusing double standards.
And Rogers also dismissed the show's relevance.
Oh, yeah. Went right for the jugular there.
Oh, yeah.
Said this show hasn't been relevant for over 20 years and is hanging on by a thread in a desperate attempt for attention.
Ouch.
And added that no fourth-rate show can derail President Trump's hot streak. Classic political dismissal.
Trying to deny its cultural impact, frame them as desperate.
Pretty much. Standard playbook, but still harsh.
So amidst this firestorm, Matt and Trey had to respond. How did their apology go?
Well, it was exactly the kind of apology you'd expect from them. Meaning, not really an apology at all. At Comic-Con, Trey Parker apparently said, "We're terribly sorry." But with, like, a sly grin or a total deadpan stare.
Okay, so leaning into the defiance.
Completely. Reinforcing that provocateur image, refusing to take even the controversy too seriously.
And this high-stakes gamble they took, it seems like it's reflected inside the episode, too. Like they're commenting on their own potential demise.
That's a really strong reading, yeah. The Cartman and Butters suicide pact subplot feels very much like that.
How so?
It's seen as Matt and Trey reflecting on the show possibly ending because of the extreme risks they're taking now. Cartman even says, quite seriously for him, this might be the end of South Park. It might be over.
And the final shot.
Cartman and Butters in the car. Cartman saying, if this is it, this is it. Yep, sweet death is about to come. I love you, man. What a ride. It definitely feels like they're facing cancellation head on.
Almost like orchestrating it through their own actions.
Exactly. And it fits with their long-held view that the show would only end if it was forced off the air.
Not just fade away.
Right. So by pushing things this far, challenging power so directly, they're testing those limits, creating a situation where cancellation is a real possibility because of what they did.
It's like artistic self-determination, even if it leads to the end.
Could be, yeah.
Looking ahead, though, the episode and the season 27 trailer hint at more to come. Like they had a lot ready to go.
It definitely seems that way. Probably because of those earlier merger delays, they got ahead on production.
Which could mean a more serialized season.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
More continuous storylines, maybe deeper arcs, gives them flexibility.
And the trailer hinted at some wild stuff, like war.
Oh, yeah. The episode had Saddam Trump facing off with Canada's PM over tariff.
And the trailer showed.
A full-on war with Canada literally invading the U.S.
Wow, that's a classic South Park callback. Garrison nuking Toronto, the movie war.
Totally. Connecting past absurdity to current satire. Fan service, but serves the news story too.
Anything else in the trailer that stood out? Hints of other storylines?
Yeah, few things. Scenes of French Canadians tearing down the Statue of Liberty.
Referencing something real.
Apparently referencing a maybe tongue-in-cheek call from a French lawmaker to return the statue. And hints of plane crashes, maybe nodding to recent air traffic issues.
So still pulling from current events, even while doing all this meta-commentary and corporate battling.
Always. Weaving topical stuff into their own absurd fabric.
So, stepping back, what really stands out to you about how this one episode managed to pull together media, politics, corporate power? It feels different.
It really does. If we connect it all, this episode isn't just jokes. It's this public chess match, right?
Yeah.
High stakes, real-world consequences. It just showcases that incredible, complex, messy interplay between creative freedom, huge corporate money, and raw political leverage.
How entertainment becomes a battleground.
Exactly. Where satire like South Park's so sharp and relentless becomes this site of struggle for influence and control, the lines get incredibly blurry.
It's a stark reminder that even a cartoon can be a strategic weapon.
A powerful one.
That's an amazing point. And it leaves us with this really big question, doesn't it? Considering these extreme, almost self-destructive steps Matt and Trey took to protect their vision, the risks they took, what pressure does that put on other creators in Hollywood? Does it inspire them to push boundaries, challenge power?
Or does it scare them into self-censoring even more, seeing what happens when you poke the bear that hard?
Exactly. What's the long-term impact of this kind of unprecedented defiance on satire, on artistic expression in general, especially when facing such powerful political and corporate forces?
It's a huge question.
No.
Really makes you think about the future landscape.